Right, so that's everything cut out of the shell, apart from the exhaust, which we're going to have a look at a later date. But next, I want to start tackling cutting out the light buckets. So I went ahead and bought a light bucket kit for the Sileighty from ABC Hobby. There's everything on the front. That's the grill at the top there, and then various different options for your grills and your fogs down the bottom there. And then on the back, very simply, it's just one piece that covers the whole of the rear end lights. You've got everything from your reversing lights, your indicators, high vis brake lights, everything. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do the same like we did before, draw everything out with a Sharpie and then get cutting. I think to start off with, I'm going to go with the rear one because it's fairly straightforward. Now the plan is you cut on the outer line, so then it gives you something to glue onto when you're sticking it in. I'm very excited to do this bit because then I can start mocking up my light kit, which I'm very much looking forward to. Right, so yet again it's the usual drawing out the lines. Now this, you know, it doesn't have to be as accurate because we are just cutting this out and it's going to go stick in from behind and give you something for the LEDs to stick into. So the outside line doesn't have to be that perfect because you're well away from the main sort of light buckets anyway, but it does give you all of the options for however many buckets you want to run. If you just want your rear lights on, that's fine. You know, you can tap it in depending on what kit you've got. I've went with the OB1 version 3, I think it is, and it gives you the options to, you know, to hook into, you know, your reversing, to have your indicators coming on when you turn left and right, and also a backfire kit so you can have the exhaust LED lighting up as well. So yeah, but so that's all you need to cut out on the rear. That's actually upside down, and then that will glue in place behind there, and then the front is a little bit more tricky because there is loads of very small bits, and of course the grill as well. So I'm just going to start drawing all these out so I can see what I'm doing. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, depending on what look you want to go for, they're giving you the options of having two different types of side grills on your front bumper, whether you want the half grills with the fog lights, and it gives you the buckets to stick behind that for the fog light as well. So you can essentially build your own kit. Now I've gone for I've got enough LEDs for the fog lights as well, so I'm going to be using all of them. So I won't be using the grills. But I cut them out anyway, just so I can have a little bit of a look. And then they're cut out for future reference. If I get another Sylvia, another S13, Might be able to save a bit of cash on getting the light buckets. Are we cutting on the outside of that? On the inside of that? Well, if I get another Sylvia, I could just get the rear light buckets rather than the front and rear, and save myself a little bit of money. We'll see. Right, so yeah, these are a little bit more tricky to draw the lines round because they're quite faint. But I'm going to trust in ABC Hobby that they've given me enough of an outline to be able to cut it out and stick everything in the hole. And for it to look good. So I'm just going to draw everything out, get everything cut out, because then the only thing left to do then before painting is just sanding everything down, trimming everything up and making sure everything looks nice and smooth. And then I'll be able to start painting everything. It's that, I mean, that is the bit that I'm looking forward to. Getting everything painted and then sticking on the decals. Yeah, so as you can see, I haven't done the grill either. Okay, the grill is going to be, yeah, again, this is kind of good because it doesn't need to be as precise, because it's all going to be hidden from behind. So as long as you've got enough to be able to stick onto the back, that's all you need really. Damn. Oh, yeah, just draw right on there, Dan. Lovely, so that's everything outlined. That's going to be a pain in the ass because it's going to be very time consuming. This one's going to be pretty easy. Yeah, so same process. Pressing down with moderate force. We're not trying to cut right the way through. We're just trying to score it enough that we can rip it nicely. Without having to recut it, is the plan. Whether it happens that way is a different kettle of fish, but this is the way that I'm doing it. I mean, if there's a better way to do it, please let me know. I'm always up for trying something new. And you know, if it's a better solution, then why not? Right, so I'm just going to come down here, final cut, and then just cut straight down. Right, so there was a bit of a technical difficulty. Camera didn't record for some reason, but I've got everything else cut out. I've got everything mocked up in place, and it's looking pretty sick. Just got to trim the edges a little bit, get it fitting a lot nicer, and then we're ready for paint. So thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, drop me a like, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.